What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're here for Slime 300. And in the last episode, Azursa reconnected with her family and got some new information from the goddess that put her there. That goddess ain't so good at her job, so will that goddess probably become a reoccurring character? I could see it. But that said, let's see what other kind of zany adventures the girls are on today. Will it be some more stuff involving the family being a little bit too much affectionate, or just some more general crazy fun stuff to watch? Let's find out, and as usual, hit the like button, subscribe, let the whole video through if you're not going to have for conversations, because that'd be highly appreciated. And that being said, sorry, I woke up like 20 minutes ago and my eye is kind of out of it. World Spirit Summit for the two slime girls, sure. Did I listen to the intro last episode? I think so. Okay, but does that count for the literal ghost girl who is another literal spirit? Yo, also, while they're eating egg sandwiches, I just want to bring up a funny thing I considered while watching TikToks the other day. Apparently somebody brought a live fucking chicken into the Minecraft movie somewhere, and my general thought is, why didn't you just keep the chicken? I mean, shit, if eggs are so bad nowadays, just keep the chicken, lay your own eggs, boom, profit. Just saying, like, that whoever brought the chicken to the Minecraft movie didn't need to do that and could have literally just started their own, like, mini business while eggs are still expensive. That's bound to change within the next couple months, but, you know. And now time to just cut it in half and be fair. Okay, I don't know how those two down two sandwiches, though, and still wanted more. Like, either food's that good, or slimes just really are an endless supply of empty stomachness. It's for spirits. Give it a minute. Okay, no, but honestly, though, like, I wouldn't have the patience to be able to wait that long in the reality of things. But, like, this is why, you know, the universe being chill and, like, reincarnating people into an isekai world when they died would be fucking dope. Because you don't gotta worry about anything in the isekai world. Well, other than maybe the occasional threat of death. But, like, I'd probably rather worry about that than the actual things people have to worry about, you know? Yeah, wouldn't that be ironic if all three of them slept right through when people were supposed to meet up at the summit? Oh, yep, that is a bunch of spirits for sure. Why does that one over there look like a character from Adventure Time? Hot. Hot. And that one is more introverted, which relatable. Then again, being an introvert in that kind of world is different than being an introvert here, because being an introvert here in reality at least has some causation, because people fucking suck. In that world, people are at least more open. And it's not like they can't handle themselves in a fight if something does happen. A kid with business cards. Nah, you gotta appreciate their way of things. And she's being a business person. No, honestly, good play. Good play. Also, for the record, that one to the left, I'm not going to say the obvious part of her being hot because that's obvious, but she kind of reminds me of, which one is that? Is it Melanie from Galar? I think it's Melanie, yeah. You see with the hair and yeah. The joke even writes itself. I love how they're all surprised to hear who she is. It's like, oh, am I that well known of a name? Well, shit. Hey. She didn't annihilate blue dragons and demons. She befriended them. There's a difference. I love how Azursa is a legend among the spirits, even. That's actually kind of impressive, really. What do you mean? This was the summit. What, did you think a summit meant a giant building where everyone meets to talk about official business? No, this was just a summit of spirits, you know, coming into one place together, hanging out, talking, having a good time. They're so confused. Yep, it literally was just that, all of them getting together and talking, and now Hot Lady appears to have some sort of survey questionnaire. Which, so basically, since a lot of them didn't come, you just got rid of the whole summit setting, and still have the summit, but really it's just like a gathering. I guess that makes sense, but, like, that definitely defeated expectations on the two slimes. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here. I know on the YouTube side y'all can't hear necessarily, but, like, She literally has that tone of voice of one of those characters who, like, doesn't give a single fuck about 90% of anything, really, until you trip on one thing she's gonna get super pissed about. I can't really doubt that she has a house because she's probably the most solidified spirit that was there other than, Falfa and Salsha. Shalsa? Sure. Yeah, honestly, the amount of times she's probably heard that from another woman since being brought to this world is probably more than she'd ever heard by anybody in her actual life. Are you alluding to trying to be her tertiary wife? Oh, no, not a wife, a mother. I see. You know what? The tone of voice, that kind of makes sense as well. Honestly, it is a genuinely sweet moment, though, because you gotta imagine, other than the 300 years that she's spent killing slimes, how long has she actually been there since being, isekai? Because, like, did it actually feel like 300 years, or did it just, like, go by with, like, a flash while she was training? We gotta kind of crack back into how long had it been since she was seeing her mother in the real world? Like, was she a working woman in the business world and died from overwork? That's not really an assumption. They literally ran us back on that in episode 1. Did she ever get to see her mother? Was her mother already dead by that point? So, like, this is a genuinely sweet moment for now, because you never know when that spirit might just, like, have a whole other side to her. Might not turn on Azusa necessarily, but, like, oh, huh. Yeah, I kind of figured that had something to do with it. She's a spirit based off from water, so, like, that embrace might have caused some things. Kind of sus. But she's hot, so it's fine. No, that's sus! Like, all things considering, that is very sus. Because, again, like, Azusa technically has two that are kind of close to wives, so, like, that's a very sus statement if Alpha and Salsa, like, actually have that kind of thought process toward it. Because, I mean, she's pretty hot, don't get me wrong. I think I've already said that, like, 3 times, but, So, like, that being where it was alluding to isn't impossible, but, like, don't say things like that when it was not that kind of thing. Yeah, so she literally has every point of a family kind of established, doesn't she, now? I think that was probably the only one she was missing. I guess technically she could take on somebody who is, like, at least physically looking older than her to be grandmother, but that's really the only other point she could go from here, because, like, she has children, sisters, friends, wives, and now a mother. So, like, honestly, here I thought that a demon king took her as a wife. Apparently, she wasn't one of those. Apparently, it was just the other one. Also, I'm gonna be that guy again. Did they draw the demon king to be more grown up than the first season? Because I could swear she didn't have some form of a proper figure. I kind of remember her being more, not quite to the degree of the others, but less in the, yeah. Listen, Azusa, if they need your help to do something about it, just fucking go help them. Because if it's a demon and it's aggressive, you can literally just go, and they're gone. So just do it. Because, like, beneficial-wise, it could also end up to be another new member of the family. Because, honestly, I'm not against pretty much every episode or 2 being new members of the family being added. Because that just honestly adds to the comedy of it, among other things. But people die when they're killed. Can you release flyers like that and not scare the masses? Like, maybe in this society it'd be looked at as kind of normal, but, like, that would scare the masses, like, in most fantasy societies. And in the real world it might be considered a joke, and then it isn't, and then people are kind of doomed. You guys are not good demons. I'm just saying. Like, you are hot. Those two assistants to the king are hot. But in general, like, job-wise, y'all suck. You know, her putting it that way literally could just have someone look at her like, wait, you never age. Oh, hey, look, the two stories actually kind of intertwine with each other. Well, guess that was simple enough. But, okay, like, think of it this way. If the undead are just kind of living to themselves in their own little area like Azusa was, does it really matter? Like, just let them be. Let them do themselves. Oh, good, and the undead is a cute wolf girl. Oh, cat. Sorry, they look more canine ears. Watch, her being a hot cat girl was just a disguise and she'll come out as a still kind of hot zombie. Okay, well, never mind that second thought. I'll do anything except work. Yo, but like, that's A, based as shit, and B, she is very easy to convince, huh? Okay, but like, this is gonna be one of those underrated waifus of the season. I'm telling you that now. Just personality-wise, look-wise, she's gonna be an underrated waifu of the season for a lot of people. And that is also based, and I agree. Okay, no, come on. You can't be that much of a lazy introvert that you won't even eat. I get being so depressed that you forget to eat. Granted, there have been probably a time or two where I've had either something completely different overtaking my mind that my stomach didn't even notice for like 7-8 hours, but that's at least doing things and you become so distracted you don't eat. It's not like you just say, nah, fuck it, and you just keep doing what you're doing. As much as I would love to do that on a regular basis for many reasons, you know, the editing, the streaming, whatever, it'd be so good to not have to eat every, like, 3 or 4 hours, at most. So, like, I get it, that'd be cool, that'd be awesome, and granted, maybe one of these days that would be an option to try and, yeah, but okay, but like, that's also kind of valid because if she's an undead, no one's gonna expect her to show up to a job or pay rent. And it's not like that anybody has tried to, like, sell that house, so. And I imagine even in a fantasy world, it's probably pretty difficult to sell a house if somebody died in it. Isn't that like the story that happened with the ghost girl that's part of Azusa's family? So this is where it comes in where Azusa's like, well, I have an idea for you. Listen, like, as much as up here might be very childlike, this is not. Again, based, but kind of true. Oh, well, that wasn't the answer I was expecting either. It looks like the idea of demons scare her. Yeah, of course she would come down to that kind of decision too. And in 3 seconds she loses. Oh. Alright, never mind. I know I'm pausing a lot, but that's good for the cut-up version. But, like, literally, can't Azusa just be like, well, if they have to be in custody, if she has to be in custody of you guys, well, why doesn't she just live with me? Like, that way you can come check in on her whenever you want. She doesn't have to work. She can play with Falfa, Salsa. I forgot the name of the elf girl. But, like, her drunk ass would probably not mind gaming with her sometimes, too. Plus, the ghost girl that lives there, she could have a friend finally. Well, they're all friends, but you know what I mean. Like, a friend who's more like her than Azusa herself is kind of close. Because, like, undead girl, ghost girl, they're pretty much the same. Well, in spirit. Okay, I wasn't expecting that thought for her to actually suggest she goes to the demon world, but works in her own kind of business. Smart, Zusa. It just looks like the easier way to break down and convince Beals and... Oh god, we literally had the king's name said twice now, I forgot it. Yeah, it is. But honestly, you have so little stuff in your house, it's probably not that bad. That's basically 2 members added to the theoretic family, which is kind of cool. Oh, hey, a little chibi adventure. Hold on. Okay, so, like, the episode overall, of course, highly entertaining. And the fact that I'm gonna go with technically there's 2 new members added to the family. Because, like, that undead girl might as well be considered another sister. And Azusa got a mother out of it, I guess. Who, I mean, are we allowed to refer to her as a MILF? Because, I mean, I would if that's the case. Just saying. I'm not gonna stick too long on that, don't worry. Like, I've already kind of said enough about the new girls being hot. But yeah, episode 2 just as good, if not better, than the first comeback episode to the season. Because we got to see more of the family come back and they all have a good time together. And it's nice to be able to see this kind of shit happen, live vicariously through these shows as much as I do. But will this be just another season of leisure with maybe the occasional fight happening that Azusa wins handily? Or maybe they're gonna just actually drop some serious business onto us at a later point. Suppose we'll see about that as the weeks come over the course of the next couple months. But you can let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below, of course, as well as anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description down below. Ring both bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter and Blue Sky, keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, we get the full unedited visuals and audio of the stuff I upload here. Go follow on Twitch, subscribe there for benefits, can do so Twitch Prime for free, that helps me out immensely for the temporary. Subscribe to the red platform for the long term I've been here. Check out the playlist here, let it run, have conversations, all that good shit. Check out the video YouTube recommends to you here, or the longer version of the cut up video, of course. And that being said, it's been the Blades Game with King's Critique. Talk for now. Peace.